Let's make spicy beef packet. Well, pockets, not packets. Let's make spicy beef pockets. Okay, let's get to work on these spicy beef pockets. You'll notice I'm mincing up some garlic, onions. I even have some red bell peppers. I'm going to saute those in a little bit of olive oil to start, and I'll add in a dash of salt and pepper. Once these are all cooked up, I'm going to go ahead and set them aside. That way I can go and cook my ground beef. So I'll go ahead and add in my ground beef into that nice hot pan. I'm going to season up with a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I can go ahead and add back in my vegetables and some pre-cooked bacon. I'll give that all a mix. Now here come the secret ingredients. Just a dash of salt and pepper, but I call this the 3C mixture. 3 cubed. Coriander, cumin, and cinnamon. Make sure you give those a nice mix before you add them into the mixture of your beef and your vegetables. And here's a way to get around some greens. If the kids don't like greens, go ahead and add that spinach right into your mixture. Watch it reduce right down. It's almost like you're hiding the spinach inside this fantastic mixture. Now on to the puff pastry. So it's important to use puff pastry when it is very firm. So you'll take it out of the freezer about 10 minutes before you're ready to use it. Here I'm just lightly designing the shapes that I'm going to cut this into. Once I'm confident I've got it correct, then I'll go ahead and score this right through and I'll cut it up into my triangles. The puff pastry, it tastes fantastic, but be sure when you're using it that your mixture has cooled down before you start to fill up the puff pastry. Because it's butter-based, it's pastry, it's going to start getting very soft, slippery, and wet before you fill it up with your mixture. So I can't stress that enough. Make sure that your mixture has cooled down before you go ahead to fill up these nice pockets. So right here, I'm showing you how stretchy that puff pastry is. If you have a little tear in it, don't worry about that. You can always seal it right back up. So I'm using my ice cream scoop, and I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up. I'm showing you 2 different ways right here. Here I'm adding a second layer of puff pastry right on top, and then I'm gonna go around and seal up the edges. So that's one way. Fold in the edge and fold in the other edge, and then you'll be able to lift this up and seal up the final side of your pocket. While I'm finishing this one up here, do me a favor as well. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. That way you can see more great, easy recipes every time I post something. Okay, that first beef pocket is almost done. You'll see I'm just doing a little bit of fine tuning, making sure it's nice and sealed. I will crimp it with a fork later on, not to worry there. And there's that little flip and toss that I'm talking about so I can finish up the final side of this pocket. Looking good. And now we'll move on to the second way. Again, another scoop of the filling, and I'll just simply fold this puff pastry over, and then I'll proceed on to sealing up all of those sides. It's really your preference. I find working with either way about the same. I don't have a preference. It just really comes down to the size of the pocket that you'd like to make. So I'm very careful when I lift this up and when I turn it over to seal it up because I am using the mixture while it's still hot. The puff pastry is a little bit more delicate. I'll rearrange them here on my tray. I use parchment paper just to ensure that they don't stick. I'll even add a few drops of olive oil down there as well. And now I'm simply using my fork to go ahead and crimp right around the sides of each pocket, and that way they are sealed to perfection. So those are all crimped up and sealed. I'm going to go ahead and prepare my egg wash, and then I'll brush this all over each individual pocket. I mean, ground beef pockets, these are amazing, great flavor out here. The egg wash is going to give the pockets a nice golden brown color and crisp them up a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and put them in the oven. I have that oven preheated at 380 degrees. They'll be in there for about 30 minutes. Look at that nice golden brown color. Out they come. These are so tasty and flavorful. It is hard to wait for them to cool down before we try one. I'm really hoping by you watching this video that you're learning how to cook some great easy recipes, whether they be with chicken, ground beef, fish. Follow along, make some notes, save the video. You'll see a lot more great recipes coming your way. Cooking is always fun in my kitchen, even when it goes off the rails sometimes. These are simply fantastic. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and organize those on the plate and get ready to our taste testing time. This is the best part of the night right here when we get to taste test these. I don't even have a name for these. I just created this tonight. First time ever. Uncle Drew's spicy, flavorful beef pockets. No. Uncle Drew's spicy beef packets? Is it a beef patty? It's not a beef patty. A beef pocket? Let's make beef packets. Pockets? Packets? Let's make spicy beef packet. Well, pockets. Pockets, not packets. Let's make spicy beef packet. Let's make spicy beef pocket. Let's make spicy beef pockets. Got it. Nailed it. Finally. Jeez, that was tough. Whew. First time I've made these. I don't know how they're going to be. That's a lie. I just told a lie. I told a lie on camera. You caught me. I already tried the beef out. It's freaking amazing. But I've never tried it like this. I'm calling it Uncle Drew's Spicy Beef Pocket. And it's got a whole whack of flavors in there. It's great. It's in puff pastry. So I'm excited to try it because that buttery puff pastry I think is going to help bring out all of the flavors in this. I'm so excited. Let's go. Now, here's the thing. I've got 7 of them. I've got 7 here. I know I'm going to eat at least one because I've got to try it. My worry is, though, that I'm going to have a second one. Tomorrow morning when I'm golfing, I was going to bring one for each member of my group so they can try out this recipe and get some real life taste testers out there. And then, of course, I was going to have one for my mom. So the way I see it is 2 for Uncle Drew tonight, 3 more for the ones I'm golfing with tomorrow is 5, 1 for my mom, and there's 1 left. I don't know. I have a feeling none of these are going to make it tomorrow. I'm going to save one for my mom, though. Okay. Without further ado, if you're looking to make something for the kids, parents, these could be fantastic. And I'll tell you in a second, but this could be it. We could probably freeze these too, but I'm not freezing any. I'm going to eat them. Anyway, let's get in this. Did I hit record? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. False alarm, I hit record, we're okay. All right. I'm not going to do that, you know that crusty thing people do on social media, and they do this whole crust thing and all, it's crispy and all. It's like, what? Just eat the food, man. Here we go. Oh, that's still hot, and I let it cool too, but I'm gonna break it apart so we can see inside. Look at this guy. Oh, it's still steaming too. Can you see the steam coming out? I can see the steam coming out. All right, I'll start with I'll start with this piece. Okay, let's go. Whoa! Boom! Unreal how great this is. First time I made it like this. Wow. Oh my gosh. The beauty is, when the guys see the video and they're gonna wonder why they didn't get any of these at golf in the morning, it's because they're freaking amazing. Oh my gosh. These are so good. I have a little, I put some blue cheese here. I'll try it, but it doesn't need blue cheese. Give this easy recipe a try. Wow.